laying down, or if you prefer to sitting comfortably, choosing a position that doesn't require any effort, that allows you to be very relaxed. So you can do that in sitting, but if that's not the case, let yourself lay down, relax, and receiving, closing the eyes, and noticing your very soft belly, very open belly. And we're reminded of how intelligent this part of our body is when we breathe into it and when we create a lot of space there. It will give you a lot of information as you maintain its softness and breath awareness there. And let yourself just really enjoy that simplicity of breathing in and out of the belly without needing to do anything else. And simply observe the body as it responds. So during the day we may not be aware that our belly is hard, and sometimes it's difficult to process things because we're not aware of the hardness in our belly. And from this area, it's a very powerful area, close to the base of the spine, to our base chakra, Muladhara chakra, and Mulabandha, and our major organs. And it's an area that can be quite dense at times. So we want to be very aware of it when we breathe in. We want to create a lot of movement when we start to move in this area. So it supports the legs and it supports the rest of the spine. So that's why we're taking time now to allow breath to come and go, to soften, to expand. Now, some of you now may be quite naturally moving breath from the belly upwards into the heart. So another very intelligent area, part of our body, our heart, which again is giving you information about you. Sometimes our heart can be hard, closed. So breath again, reminding us to keep it open and to keep it soft, so we can continue to receive information. It has its own independent brain cells. So when you breathe in, how you feel there in your heart will then move to your brain, and then from your brain back down. And we keep coming back to how we want to feel. How you're feeling now. If you want to change this feeling, if you're feeling a bit down or anxious, you choose to change as you connect now to belly, to heart, and then eventually whole body will be breathing, receiving, whole body will be relaxing. So we'll take another couple of minutes for this connection. It's really important that we take time to connect before we go into anything else. So it's similar to what we might be doing in daily life. If we tend to rush from one thing to the next, we may find we get very stressed. If we can take time to do this, it doesn't have to be a long time, it can just be a minute. You slow down, you relax, you refresh. And then when you step into the next thing, you're very prepared. Feel the breath moving down into the legs, up through the spine, out through your limbs, and even into your brain. you get lost at any time through the practice, if you get caught up in the mind, you straight away come back to the belly, then to the heart, and you'll find everything will change again. Changing for the best. So this breath, as it moves through you, arising and falling, ebbing and flowing, moving in and out. And this is life. As life moves through us, we allow it to come in, whatever the experience is, and then we let it go when it needs to go. So we're learning to let go, to stop resisting, like this breath, let it in and allow it to awaken you. Now if you would like to begin moving, just gently stretching at your own pace as you start to awaken fingers, toes, arms, legs. Take time for the knees to come into the chest. Take time to feel, what would you like to do from here? Would you like to rock the knees from side to side? Maybe move the knees round in a circle. Would you like to go all the way to the right side, pause, come up, go to the other side, do that a few times, feel what your body needs, massaging the back of the body. Maybe you would just like to keep the right knee in, extend the left leg away. So take time to do these things, whether you do some of them or all of it. Keep noticing your breath connection, and that's the way that we're aware of our body. Otherwise we'll be in our heads. So again, you choose how long you want to spend hugging the right knee and then the left leg. There's no rush. Even if you just keep hugging the knees to the chest, if you want to feel more breath in your kidneys, you really squeeze them in, or more into the sacrum, you relax a bit more. So there's plenty of time. Always take time. Feeling the subtle sensations as they start to awaken, just like we did this morning as we took time to awaken. Eventually you'll come up anyway, roll out to the side or rock forward. Moonday girls take those options to keep belly soft. An animal relaxation position, so right foot up. Actually, it doesn't matter what foot is up, just head towards the front-footed knee. So it doesn't matter if the left foot is in first. But it does matter that you can relax your forehead. So as the forehead relaxes, it's quieting for the mind, it's cooling for the brain. If you wish to, you can go closer to the back-footed knee. And then breathing in as you come up, changing the legs over. So as we go into the postures, we try to notice the path of least resistance first, which would be the front-footed knee, or even more to the outside of that front thigh. And if you are going in a bit deeper, exploring, noticing what changes, but don't let it affect your breath. It's best that you do less so you can breathe deeper. Coming up when you're ready, onto all fours, part the knees, not too wide at this early stage. As it's cooling down, you don't want to rush into anything too strong, so about knee mat width, and bend the arms first up. So as you bend the arms and rest the forehead, you feel you can drop more into your sit bones. And if you're not feeling that, you can notice the navel going towards the spine. your arms out and try to feel that you're kind of pushing back from your hands to keep those sit bones back, but at the same time getting lots of length through the waist and the front spine. And then coming up onto all fours, and from all fours we'll move into downward dog. So relax the legs and just let the upper body kind of hang from the hips, head relaxed, and legs are bent, heels are lifted, no hurry to do anything with the body. And the head's completely relaxed. And you can feel the back, the breath coming into the kidneys, all through the back body. And breathing into the upper chest, 2 more breaths. Feel that breath come in from the belly to the upper chest, clearing that chest. You're going to walk your hands back to your feet as you hang forward, Uttanasana. And again, bending the legs. So don't be in a hurry, there's plenty of time to get feeling in the hamstrings. But we don't want to skip over anything. We want to be able to maintain our awareness of soft belly, whatever it is that we do. Particularly when we go into more challenging positions, it can take your breath away, and that's what we want to notice. That's not going to happen. Walking the hands back out into dog, and we'll walk the dog out. So bring the feet a bit closer together, extending down through the right heel. As you move the right heel towards the floor, relax the head, hold, and then change to the left. And try to keep the left leg soft, even try and bend the left leg just a little without the heel lifting. So change back to the right. So the right heel is moving to the floor, but you're also trying to bend the right leg without lifting the heel. And to the left again. Feel that up through to your sit bone. 1 more to the right for 3 breaths, and another to the left for 3 breaths. Check those shoulders are not lifting up but drawing down. You can walk your feet into your hands to the front of the mat and hang forward again in Uttanasana. So either holding the elbows or you can rest the hands on some support. Now if you're finding it's really strong, you can use support, a bolster, blocks, even a wall to rest your hands in. So it brings your upper body higher and it helps the hamstrings to lengthen more naturally, not in a forced way. 3 more breaths here as you hang forward. As you breathe in, just notice that natural pause before breathing out. When you breathe in, whole body breathing in. As you pause, just naturally then breathe out. And 1 more breath like that as you breathe in. Feel the back spread. As you breathe out, navel slowly, deeply to the spine. You're going to lower your hips and bend your legs, and then start to curl up, pressing down through the feet as you smoothly come up. And then we'll pause with the feet apart. And just be really relaxed and floppy. So we're going to move from side to side with the upper body, swinging the arms from side to side and lifting the opposite heel. So at no stage your knees are being locked. Noticing the floppiness of the arms. You might feel them move into your kidneys. And you can start to slow the movement down, pausing. We're going to raise the shoulders to the ears, gently draw them back, and then just relax as they move down. So you breathe in, take the shoulders up. You're not pulling, just easing back, and then relaxing. 3 more. You breathe in as you gently draw back that open chest and relaxing. 2 more. So as you draw the shoulders back, this is how we want to feel in Cobra and Tiger. And as you relax, one more time, breathing in, easing the shoulders back, and then as you relax the shoulders. And pause a moment to feel that you're not jamming the area between the shoulder blades. You're relaxing the shoulders, but you can also open the chest. So we're just going to do 3 arm movements. We're going to take the arms out, breathing in, take the arms out and up, and just bring the arms back by your side as you exhale. See if you can time the breath and the movement of the arms, so at the end of your inhale, palms can come together, and at the end of your exhale, the palms move back to the legs. One more time as you breathe in, let that upper chest lift, and as you breathe out, releasing the arms back by your side. I'm going to bring the feet together now. I'm going to raise the arms up again, breathe in. Arms wide, we're going to bend the legs and fold softly onto legs, just like you did before. Breathe in, float heart, spine. Breathing out, right leg back, knee to the floor. Raising arms, lifting chest, inhale. Exhale, let's go to child, empty the breath out. When you're ready to inhale, all fours tiger, soft forward gaze, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Breathing in your dog, head is relaxed and you're noticing that. And exhale, right foot forward, back knee down. Floating arms, inhale, chest lifting. We'll bring the back foot forward and fold onto soft legs, exhaling. Raise the arms out and up, breathe in. And releasing the arms out to the side, and notice the end of your breath as the arms come down. Raise the arms up again. Chest lifting, arms wide, bent legs as you fold onto them. Inhale, float heart, spine. Left leg back, knee to the floor. Breathing in, so notice the finishing of the breath, the beginning of the breath. Is there such a thing, or does it continue to flow? Inhaling all fours, really connecting to the breath, downward dog, exhaling. As you breathe in, you notice your open heart. As you breathe out, that right foot comes forward. You notice a slight pause before inhaling, chest lifting, breathing out, and back foot coming forward, folding onto soft legs, raising arms as you press down. And releasing arms out to the side again. Exhale, pause a moment and feel the tops of the shoulders, long neck, your soft belly, your open heart. Is it still soft and open? And have you been aware of it with each breath? When you're ready, raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale as you fold onto those soft legs, nothing to achieve. Breathe in, float heart, spine. Step back to downward facing dog, exhale. So the body will let you know when it's ready for stronger options. Don't force. Sometimes you can move too early, too quickly, so that's okay. You explore that as well. Now we're going to move the shoulders over the wrists. Now from here we're in a plank. As our arms bend, come down also onto your knees. Come all the way to the floor. Pause, rest the chin, rock the sacrum from side to side. Notice how your front thighs move and your knees, do they move the same? Then from here you can either go to all fours tiger or move your hands back just a little and move into cobra. Pull the elbows down so they're weighted, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Pausing, breathing without needing to do much at all. Relax the top of the shoulders, take 3 more breaths. And notice those soft knees to encourage heels to go down. Empty this next breath. Then bring the right foot, then the left foot forward. Inhale, float heart, spine. Soften to your legs. Ground those heels as you come up. Inhale, feel Mulaband, and releasing any way you like as you exhale, doesn't matter. And again, breathing in, raising arms, lifting chest, exhale as you fold. Sit bones may be able to turn up a bit more, breathe in, but if not ready, that's okay. Exhale, step back to dog.
And we're going to move the shoulders over the wrists and pause. So as we exhale, when the arms start to bend, the knees come to the floor. You can go back to all fours, tiger or cobra. Pull the elbows down and exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. One more breath. And as you breathe in, fill up, you're going to step your right foot forward, so you can choose back knee on the floor or off. Raise the arms, open the chest, and exhale, stepping back to downward dog. Take a breath there. And step left foot forward on the exhale. Notice those hands helping that foot come through, raising arms. Stepping back, exhale to dog. You can stay in dog or move the shoulders over the wrists. As you come to the floor like a plank, so don't drop the belly. Some of you can come all the way to the floor like a plank now, but use your knees if you need. And exhale. Try and bend your arms a little bit more. Back to dog, breathing. Feeling the index finger knuckles, the inner palms, pressing down, so there's no gap between the first finger and the thumb. No gap. Press down, relax, breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Emptying it completely, bring the feet to the hands. Inhale, float heart, spine. Exhale, soften to legs. Inhale, raise the arms, feel those heels, and exhale as you release any way you like. One more time, breathing in, arms up, breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, float heart, spine, step back to dog, hold dog or shoulders over the wrists and hold here, plank all the way to plank or knees. Inhale, elbows down, good. Exhale, back to downward dog. Breathing in. As you breathe out, right foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, arms, chest lifting, lunging. Exhale, lips, forehead to the floor. Lifting chest, bridge the fingers. Inhale, exhale, child. Choosing to come through cobra this way or all fours tiger. Inhale, if the back is sensitive, leave it out. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing in and breathing out, left foot forward, back knee down. Inhaling, arms, chest lifting. Breathing out, sinking towards the floor. Lifting chest, bridge the fingers, inhale. Child, exhale. So all fours if your back is sensitive, otherwise smoothly like a snake sliding along the floor. Breathing in and breathing out, back to downward dog. So we're encouraging our chest to open up, to puff up. Any opportunity we have, and we do have a lot of those opportunities, how many times would we be moving through our dips? Whether it be tiger, an opportunity to open the chest, cobra, as you breathe in, as you breathe out. So it's that opening of the chest. 2 more breaths in dog. As you finish off this next exhale, push away from the hands and lightly step or just walk feet to hands, inhale. Exhale, soften to legs. Inhale when you're ready. Come up, connect to the earth and reach to the sky, exhaling as you release. Let's take a moment in mountain as we re-establish firm foundation. Relaxing. So we notice those shoulders again. We don't want them to come forward, but we don't want to pull them back. So if you guide the breath into the upper chest, let the breath come up, and you feel the shoulders can then relax and the chest stays open. So we don't have to pull or force, and we don't have to bring tension into another part of our body. Now when you're ready, you're going to open your eyes and step sideways on your mat. So it doesn't matter what leg you step back, hands to hips, We're going to inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, you're going to bend your legs. As you sink, keep your hands to the hips. As you bend the legs and the upper body's coming to the floor, and finally the top of the head to the floor. You can bring the hands to the floor and you're sinking. You're still going to sink in so you get a lot of awareness in your feet. 2 more breaths. Sink as low as you can. So if you can see your hips, that's great. Now very slowly let the legs straighten. Don't be in a hurry, so feel the earth as the sit bones start to turn up, feeling very earthed. Going to inhale, look softly forward, straight arms, and then exhale, hands to hips. Now you might bend your legs a little more as you slowly come up with the pubic bone, and exhale there. We're going to turn the right foot out. We're going to go straight into Virabhadrasana 2. So keep the left foot parallel, sink the hips, and then spread the arms out to the side. So I want to breathe into the chest, relax the shoulders, and we want to sink in as much as possible. A soft gaze along the right middle finger, 2 more breaths, nothing to achieve. Maybe sinking, maybe not. Breathe in as you come up. You can keep the arms wide, you can bring the hands to the hips as you turn the left foot out. And then when you sink in, open that chest. Breathe into it as though you're feeling very victorious. As you breathe in, you've accomplished something that was very challenging for you. You got through it. So it's that feeling as you breathe in. 2 more breaths. Notice that feeling. It might even help being in this posture. Then breathe in as the left leg straightens. Hands to hips. Turn the toes in. Breathe in. Lift the chest. Look up. Breathing out as you fold back, forward, crown chakra towards the floor. Now again, you can choose if it feels good, giving you a lot of connection, bend your legs. And feel more breath moving through your legs, down in the lower part of the body. If you want to, you can also turn your sit bones up. So there's no one way. Feel the many different ways and then choose what your body needs. Let your body choose. Breathe in as you look softly forward. Breathing out, pause. Hands to hips, feel the earth as you come up. Inhale. Going to adjust the feet, so we'll turn the right foot out for Uttita Trikonasana. So push away from the left, fold onto the right, take the left arm up. You don't have to go too far to the floor. So again, we want to move the bottom chest upwards, the right chest going up with each breath. 2 more breaths, and the neck, you can play with the head if you drop it, if you lift it, what's comfortable. Come up on your next inhale as you turn to your left. So sometimes we're not aware of where our head is, and you can play with that. So you know, even for me, sometimes I'll drop what's happening as I drop it, or if I lift it, what feels better, and I get that alignment through the neck. And then sometimes when I adjust more with my neck and head, so I'm not a heavy head, then it opens the chest and releases tension in my neck. 2 more breaths. Don't forget about your foundation, even though you're focusing a bit more on the neck. Come up as you breathe in, turning sideways, hands to hips. Just take your time, breathe in leisurely as you breathe out, folding back to your legs. And feel free to rest on elbows if you prefer, and the head can rest nicely in the arms with bent legs or straight legs. So if you have straight legs, make sure your knees are not locked. You're getting more awareness down into your feet. Breathing in as you come back to the hands, floating the chest. As you breathe out, walking the hands over to the right foot, and then turning the right foot out 90 degrees. Drop the left knee to the floor. Moon Day girls are going to lunge, but everyone else raise the left arm, inhale. Take that left arm, elbow to the outer right thigh. Then bring the hands in prayer pose. And from there, you're choosing to just stay here, or you could start to move the back knee off, not the hips though, just the back knee. So you still try to sink in and take 3 more breaths. So turn that belly and lean back, leaning back, so you want to move the bottom chest upwards again. Now we'll take the hands to the floor, and we're going to all sink into the lunge now. So let the upper body move towards the floor. Staying steady with that breath. Really let go of the upper body. And this is how we want to feel in a moment when we go into the second side of Parivrtta, Paschimottanasana. So come up when you're ready. And you can either stay on the floor or step back to dog to change sides as you bring your left foot forward, and you can drop your back knee. So when you take the arm up and over, squeeze that belly. So take the right arm over, hands in prayer, and lean back. So we don't want that left waist to be bunched. Lean back, gaze softly past the right elbow. And then if you wanted to, all you need to do maybe is just sink in. But if you do take the back knee off, you want to keep sending energy through the back leg, and it helps if you keep sinking the hips, leaning back, thumbs to sternum. 3 more breaths. We've got nothing to achieve here, but feel what your body needs to do. And then slowly, as you bring the hands back down and step back to dog, and dog might be enough, or you can move the shoulders over the wrists, pause, so as you cover the floor, full plank or knees, breathing in, now fill up that chest, feel the hands pull back through, hold that, feel it, you want to pull your hands back, and exhale back to downward dog. Then from there, you step sideways again, and from stepping sideways, let's use it as a resting pose as you release your upper body. You can bend your legs. Noticing that breath. What information are you getting from your belly, from your heart? Then coming up onto your hands as you inhale, lengthening, lifting, and exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, as you come up, let's step back to the front of the mat. Take a moment, and then choosing to either bring the hands behind in prayer, or you can hold your elbows, and then step the left leg back, one of your legs length apart. If you had an imaginary line down the centre of your mat, your heels would be on either side of that line. Breathe in, lift the chest, fill it up, maybe look up. When you breathe out, feel you want to draw your outer right hip back. Now how does that happen? As you ground through the ball of the big toe and inner heel of the right foot, you draw back through your outer right hip. And don't worry where the upper body goes, but be able to stay steady and connected and strong in your legs through your feet. 2 more breaths, navel turning. Moonday girls, remember belly soft at all times. So when you inhale, let your heart bring you up slowly, and then slowly turn your feet to the other side. And when you're ready, you breathe in. And when you breathe out, let's notice the back foot this time. So turning that outer right hip forward from the action of the back foot into the little toe and outer heel. Still do the same for the front hip from the front foot. And continuing to breathe, which is priority. Anything that takes the breath away, let it go. Breath is priority. Soft eyes. 2 more breaths. It's difficult to turn the hips and work with the feet if maybe you're too wide or your back toes haven't turned in enough. Come up as you micro bend the front leg, inhale, exhale, and step back to the front of the mat. And we'll come into mountain. From mountain, we'll have a few breaths, maintaining our really deep connection to the earth. And then we'll move into Vrikshasana. So you can use support if it is needed. You can take the right foot up wherever you like. Foot can stay low. You're practicing your balance. Hands can be in prayer or arms can go up. So just say you're very, very comfortable in your tree pose and your balancing posture. What if you were to just close your eyes for a second? Just for a second. Notice just in that second how everything changes within you. But if you get used to that, if you keep practicing it, you may find that you can close your eyes, and you can keep your eyes closed for quite a while. That's because you're tuning into your inner body, you're becoming more aware of what's happening on the inside. So taking another couple of breaths. So you start by just closing the eyes for a second. Keep noticing your feet. Doesn't matter if you fall out, just keep that inner smile, stay light. When you're ready, releasing, take a moment to reground, and then changing sides. So keep your heart light. Doesn't matter if you fall out, it's all part of the experience. And we're okay whether we fall out, whether we can do something or not. We can continue to move towards it, but it's our state of mind and how we feel again. So if you want to, if you're feeling very, very steady, you might just close the eyes, almost as though you're going to sleep. You know that how you start to nod off. You only need to do it for a second, and then with practice, you get more connected to the earth and more connected to you. Good, everyone, just another few breaths. Soft belly, open heart. And then slowly, as you release the hands and the legs. Now we're going to do a very challenging balancing pose, Garudasana. So again, use support. You're going to bend your left leg. Keep it bent as you cross your thighs. Hook the foot if you're able to, but it's not necessary. You can just flex the foot. Sink the hips. And don't let that bottom poke out. Bring your left arm on top, cross at the elbows, palms together. Now you can test your balance here by looking a little higher, looking slightly upwards, but it's quite challenging, this one. Now we've got to stay focused on our center, belly, what's it saying? And breathing into the legs. 2 more breaths. And like an eagle, it's not completely still as it soars through the sky. Slowly, as you straighten that left leg, release the arms. Take a nice deep breath, let go of any tension, control, and change sides, bending the right. Whether you hook the foot, check that you can move your knee forward. Don't pull on your knee. Squeeze the thighs more. So right arm on top. Eventually, as our joints become a little bit more warmer, lubricated, flexible, you'll find that you can bring the hands together. So soft belly, and keep lifting the heart. Feel all your joints, fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, toes, and that beautiful space in the back body. One more deep breath. When you're ready, slowly straighten that leg, release the arms, and as you pause, noticing what is flowing through your body right now. What are those sensations? What is being released?
You might feel it as warmth, tingling, spaciness, spaciousness. And you keep breathing through it. So that's your inner body awakening, your channels opening. And you've done the work. Well done. You've continued to stay connected to you, to the breath, to the earth. And this is your reward. A beautiful feeling. Part of our bliss body, Anandamaya Kosha. So just take another few breaths here. It could be subtle for many and quite obvious for others. We'll start to move again. In your own time, raise your arms, inhale or exhale, folding onto soft legs, squeeze in, breathe in, float heart spine. Step back to downward dog, where you might stay, or shoulders over the wrists as you pause and prepare to come to the floor. Knees if you need, full plank. So feel those hands as though you're sliding onto your hips and exhaling back into downward facing dog. And give yourself a few more breaths and notice this dog from the very first dog that we did and how kind of awkward it was, but now the body has transformed. And how it feels now, it's a little bit easier to maneuver and to go deeper. And we continue to observe that in all our postures. So take a deep full breath and then lightly step or jump through to sitting. And we'll pause in Dandasana for a little while to remind ourselves of the lift we want through the spine. Please add your blankets if you need them at any time. And what you're feeling, the whole front body open, the whole back body open, shoulders relaxed, head floating. And is this familiar to a mountain pose? And as we maintain a bit of the mountain, when you're ready, bring the right foot back for Janushirasana. And again, there's nowhere to go. I'm just going to remind you, there's nowhere to go. So whether your lips are touching the shin or your hands are holding the foot, what else is happening? Particularly with the breath, the shape of your spine. So you don't want any hunching, any jamming, contraction. You want lots of freedom, lots of space as you breathe in. Remember, you're transforming in all your postures. So don't limit yourself. Remembering that we're limitless as we awaken. There's nothing we cannot do. But if we get our mind involved, then we are limited. So when you take the next 3 breaths, is your body receiving whole body and emptying it all out? Feel the skin of the belly draw deep to the spine. So nourishing, massaging, and squeezing, releasing toxins from the organs. So you can come up when you're ready on the next inhale, change the legs over. And coming forward. So if you feel anything in your knees, make sure you change what you're doing there. You don't want to feel anything in your knee joints. So if the foot's too high, it's probably because the knee needs space, so take it down. If your shoulders are close to your ears and you're holding your foot, place your hands on the floor and let your shoulders draw down. Let your heart open. So it's more important that your heart is open rather than holding your foot and your shoulders bunching up. So you're going to be blocking off the body's natural intelligence. As we breathe in, we're wanting freedom. So the body's happy, the breath can move, and we feel the benefits. We reap the benefits of that. Another couple of breaths as the belly draws back.
Paschimottanasana, the right leg comes back in half virasana. Please add the height under your left sit bone hip and just come forward when you're ready. So take time to set up, don't be in a rush. So this one's going to be even more difficult to go to the leg without rounding the spine. We want the spine to be soft, but we don't want to be all hunched up. So even if you're not sure if what the back of the body is doing, the front of the body will tell you what the back of the body is doing. So if your heart's dropping to your belly, and if your chin is moving to your belly, so long back of the neck, long sides of the neck, let breath in. Let breath out. Let life in. Learning from life's experiences as those experiences come in without us trying to control. Like this breath, let it in, let it out. Come up when you're ready and change sides. Let's receive the benefits from the forward bend. They remind us to let go of ambition. We don't have to go anywhere, we don't have to be anywhere, we're here. So what you're experiencing here now is your future. So don't be in the future, because this is your future as you experience being here now. It's also your past, this next breath. And as you empty it, that's the past. You've moved into the future, but you're still here now. As you keep breathing, go deeper beyond the physical body and feel the bliss body, as you let go of control, of effort. It's all too much. We can't control, but we can decide how we wish to feel here now. Last breath. How would you like to feel right now? Breathing in as you ease your way up. Now from here we're going into Bharavajasana. So you bring your right foot in. Now you can sit on a couple of quarter folded blankets so your sacrum is even. And we'll turn to the right. Moon Day girls will be safe to do this pose, but just keep the belly soft. So breathing in from belly to heart. When you breathe out, feel those shoulders relax. Neck, no strain. And become aware of, the twist, and when you twist, well, why are you twisting? You get more movement in your spine, which is good for daily life and all the things that we do in daily life. 2 more breaths. Driving the car, being able to turn the head with a flexible spine. That's one thing. Breathing in as you come back to the centre, changing the legs over. But there are many different things that we are doing in daily life, practical things. We're needing to have a flexible spine, a strong, healthy body. So people sometimes say, oh, I just did this and then my back went out. Or I just looked this way and then this happened. But things have been coming on for a very long time. But if you maintain a strong, healthy, flexible body, those things aren't going to happen. Or if they do, they're going to be very light and subtle. A slight ache instead of a strain. Another couple of breaths. So notice your spine, notice your organs, go in. Poses are designed to take us in. When you're ready, breathing in as you come back out, you're going to take the legs wide into Upavista. So you could keep your hands behind. Upavista with the hands behind, encouraging length through the inner hamstrings. Those who are a little bit more open through those inner hamstrings, bring the hands forward. If you've got quite long inner hamstrings, maybe come to your elbows, or you can lay flat on the floor. But again, laying flat on the floor, yes, You may have long inner hamstrings, but your awareness there when you're there, as you continue to go deeper and deeper. Just like those who are keeping the hands behind in Upavista, you continue to go deeper and deeper. So we're not in a hurry to get where someone else is. We're here now, and we're feeling the same things. We're feeling the length in our inner hamstrings. So as you hold this, feel that breath, stay low, and nourish your reproductive organs. Feel the breath in the sacrum and how that feels. Be curious. Breathing in now as you come out of the pose. If you need to use the manual method to bring the soles of the feet together, and move the feet away so you can round your back now and relax, taking the head to the feet. So this pose and the previous pose, we observed that our spine was going in a different direction. That's what we want, that's what we were noticing in the twists, that we have a flexible spine that can turn this way, and it can turn that way, and it can move forward, and it can go back very easily without stiffness. So the breath, don't push, but allow. As you hold now, completely relax. And again, reproductive organs are being nourished. And you feel all the different areas of your body that need opening with encouragement. Fully relaxed. Last couple of breaths, be fully relaxed. And as you come up, nice and easy, we're going to go into another twist. So you're going to take your left foot under your right thigh, Ardha Matsyendrasana, as the right foot comes over the left leg, and you turn to your right. So you can just hold the outer right thigh or knee, or take the arm across the outer thigh. Make sure you're opening up, so that'll make it easier when your head turns to the right, because your chest is so expanded that there's lots of freedom for the neck, so the head will turn easily. Otherwise, don't force the head. Again, it is part of the pose for some bodies, but for other bodies, the chin can be more around the notch of the throat. As you keep encouraging and observing once again the movement of your spine as you breathe in, and as you squeeze the belly and turn the whole spine. 2 more breaths without effort, don't force anything. And when you're ready, as you look back to the front, we're going to take our head to the front foot, so we get a beautiful stretch through the right side of the body. Let those shoulders go. Maybe an awareness of the right foot, just a little bit of an awareness there. And inhale as you come up, changing sides when you're ready. Now Moonday girls could do the cross legs. Sorry, I forgot to mention it the first side. Cross legs will be more spacious for your belly if you feel you need that. This is still okay, but be aware if you need that extra space for your belly. Start to notice, without looking, the left sit bone can be moving down. You can notice it in your left foot as you connect with your exhale. And when you breathe in, you're wanting to receive, let everything lift and open you. And when you breathe out and squeeze, you still stay grounded. So it'd be easy to get swept away here, but we need that grounding so we can still turn and look and explore. Feel those shoulders are very relaxed, chest open. 2 more breaths. And slowly as you release and head towards the left foot, and inhaling,
coming up. And for those beautiful bird lovers at home, but if you're not into birds, let's just all come into a squat first anyway. And Moon Day girls definitely will be staying in the squat, so you can do some arm variations. You can move the arms out to the side, so you get to feel the connection of your triceps into your shins. You can also take the hands behind, turn the palms up, so the hands come to the backs of the heels. You're also very aware of mullaband and drawing up, not pushing out. So Moon Day girls can explore with the different arm variations, or just simply relax and then sit down and bring the soles of the feet together and stay in Baddha Konasana. And those bird lovers, when you're ready, let's see how we go in Bakasana. So we've got the shins and the triceps. Remember, we've got to lift up our tail feathers, come forward with the chest. So we come forward, we feel our hands, and then, if possible, lift up. Let's spread those wings, lift the feet, lift up, fly away. You can either step, jump, walk back, or simply come back to the squat, whatever feels right for you. So feel free to do a full vinyasa, and then when you're ready, you're going to come, jump through, lay down on your back, and bend your legs. And have your feet hip width, knees hip width. So move into half bridge in your own time. Just come up when you're ready. You can hold the outer edges of the mat. So if you grip the outer edges of the mat, it's like you're trying to pull the mat towards you. But at the same time, your feet are moving down, so you're trying to slide the mat back. Feel this two-way action will open your chest. Roll your upper arms outwards. Breathe in, 3 more breaths into the belly, nourish that belly. Let that intelligence now expand. 1 more breath. Feel those powerful legs slowly come down, and let yourself rest and notice your beautiful spine as you take 3 more deep breaths. It's always a beautiful feeling when we come down from a strong pose. So coming up again, if you want to, you can interlace your fingers. You still have to roll your upper arms out. So you press the triceps. So press the backs of the arms, press them down. So you help your neck and work those strong, powerful legs. So feel your feet, but try not to clench the buttocks. And breathe a bit more into the upper chest. Nice deep breaths, clear that chest. 2 more. Just come down nice and slowly when you're ready. Well done. Pause there. And we'll finish with 1 more. This time I'm going to look. I'm not going to do, because I already did my back bends. So 1 more when you're ready. And shoes, fingers interlaced, but shoulders, if they're tight, best to hold the outer edges of the mat. So as you breathe, belly and lungs, so you can breathe a bit deeper here in the back bends, anything that opens the chest. You can really breathe a bit deeper. As you bring the breath in, let it clear the chest, because at this time of the year too, we get congestion, so we want to improve our immune system. 2 more breaths. Breathing deep, it's going to be very worth it when you come out, even though it doesn't always feel like that when you're in there. As you come down nice and slowly, feel how good it is as you let yourself rest there. So I would encourage you to keep your legs bent for a little while, but keep them bent all the time if you've got a sensitive back. But if not, you can straighten them when you feel ready, if that feels good. And then just turn the palms up. Let the hips roll out. Feel free to place hands on the belly or just keep the palms up and enjoy the after effects of a very challenging, amazing posture that reminds us of our joy. We can sometimes lose joy for life, joy for practice. And it can feel like an effort, but when we have done a few back bends, we're reminded and we remember why we do them, because we get this beautiful feeling of joy, of openness. And we're needing more of that, and compassion. So just another minute simply being with these sensations. What more would we need after a back bend, and now resting and feeling the amazing sensations? And feel all around your lungs. When you take a few more breaths, notice the breath in the bottom, and then as the breath spreads into the outer part of your lungs, underneath your armpits, and then up towards your collarbones, and also into your back, the back lungs. So if you keep this up, you're going to have to go up in another size of your singlets and shirts as you'll be expanding that chest. Slowing out as you draw your knees into your chest. Take as much time as you need. And from there, taking the arms out to the side and the knees down to the right, so you can use blankets if your back is a bit sensitive. Let the knees and feet rest on the floor. Spreading out, mainly through the left arm. If you want to rest the right hand on the knees, you can, whatever feels good. And you're noticing this beautiful open chest. So here's a pose that is quite simple, but have we taken time to notice the similarities of this pose to, say, some standing postures, Trikonasana for instance? Wouldn't it be nice if we could continue to feel like this in Trikonasana with our upper body? A lot of people strain their upper body when they practice Trikonasana. So take it from this pose the next time. Moving from your center, upper body opening, growing. 3 more breaths. Navel gently squeezing, but Moonday Girl's belly soft. So you just take your time. When you're ready, you come up, back to the center, over to the other side. So another way to twist, excellent for our organs, particularly liver. So you'll notice that the right side is very open, so quite nourishing. And the left, the spleen, getting a good old squeeze. So it's quite amazing that when we remember, when we practice, we're taking care of ourselves. We're our own therapist, so to speak, receiving this medicine from our own body. No side effects, no cost. Deeply nourishing and strengthening. When you feel ready, in your own time, drawing the knees into the chest, take a few more breaths there. So either roll out to the side or rock and come forward. Coming into cross legs, have the right foot in front and come forward when you're ready. So if there's knee problems, explore. So good opportunity, at home. You can explore things. If there's knee problems, you can bring the feet closer together rather than try and take the feet wider. You can also move your feet further forward. That's creating space in your knee joints.
feel that you want to support your head, you can do that with the blanket, or if you've got a block or something, if you feel you want to relax more into the posture. And we're being reminded of how our hips need that opening, outer hips particularly, they get very tight if we've been sitting in chairs for a long time, sinking into those comfortable sofas. So we can still sit on them, but our awareness of keeping a lift through the spine. Just ease your way over to the right knee, turning down through the left side, left rib cage, left belly. It's almost as though you want to, reach that left hand a bit further forward, straighten the left arm, but again, explore so you don't tighten your shoulder. And then very slowly just over to your left side. This pose is also quite revealing to any bunching that you may have down in that lower back or sacral area. And then come back to the front and walk the hands out a little further if you can, but relax into that. So after you've moved from side to side, is your head closer? Has it gone a bit further? Is it now resting? Simply observe. Take 3 more breaths, slow and deep breaths. So navel, sometimes it's just the navel as it goes deeper in the spine will relax the upper body. And once you've done your last breath, let yourself come up slowly, across the left leg in front, adjust your feet and ease your way forward. So you can notice this time if the head is not touching the floor, and it may not touch the floor, but it might go closer, and you can use your arms to rest your forehead. And you can even make fists, because when the forehead rests, it's also releasing the neck and shoulder muscles. And it could be again the awareness of the navel drawing towards the spine, which allows your back to relax and open. And you can ease your way over to the right, keeping the left sit bone grounded. Some of you could press the left elbow into the sole of that left foot. That's another way to get a bit more movement, turning, but don't let it come up into your shoulders. Let it all come from the center and move downwards. As you ease over to the left side, take the breath into the right sit bone, maybe straightening through the right arm as you stretch through the whole right side, or maybe just completely relaxing. And as you ease your way forward again, as you've opened your waist, you may find that the head is closer, if not touching. Withdrawing a little more with each exhale,
pratyahara as we withdraw from the outer world, so we can go deeper within and trust more what we're feeling, what's arising from inside of us. We can trust that as we connect to that. And when you feel ready, let yourself come up and sit comfortably. So it's really important that we keep our immune system strong. We keep strengthening it, which will happen through the practice, but it will also happen through pranayama, the awareness of our breath and the awareness of our body. And as you sit comfortably and observe this breath moving through your body, up through your spine, the back of your throat, the backs of your eyes, almost the backs of the eyes spreading into the back of the skull, the back of the throat, really expanding the heart, the belly, sense of grounding, the navel as it moves gently to the spine, so we can also become aware of our bandhas, which the mind thinks is, very difficult, and disbelieves that there is such a thing, because it's a feeling. We've got to feel it. When we breathe out, we draw the navel in, the pubic bone lifts, our energy arises. When we breathe out, when we breathe in, lifting, expanding, up into the throat, Jalandhara Bandh. When we breathe out again, navel to spine, and we get a sense of Uddiyana Bandh. So we're getting a taste of our bandhas, very subtle taste, but recognising all the things that are very powerful, can't be seen, and are inside of us, deep within us, like hidden treasure. So with the breath, we are awakening these treasures, and some are going to shine through very brightly, and that's why we also need to prepare ourselves, because what we have within is very powerful. So we don't want to be knocked over or be unprepared for what needs to arise when the time is right. So as you continue to breathe in, I want you to notice now, pause just at the end of your inhale. So you might just lengthen it slightly, maybe 1, 2, 3 counts as you breathe out. And you empty the breath with the navel drawing towards the spine, except Noonday Girls. And you hold the breath out for 1, 2 or 3 counts. And then you smoothly breathe in. Pause. And then smoothly breathe out without hurrying the breath. It doesn't need to be hurried. And we're becoming aware of the square breath now. As we breathe in, as we pause, and as we breathe out, and as we pause. So we're going to make the breath even. Just do another 2 and notice when you breathe in, you might count and notice how long the breath is. And if you can make the holding the breath in the same count, as you breathe out, same count. And as you hold the breath out, same count. So when you do one more round in your own time, if you're trying to do too much, don't over-breathe. Don't make the inhale too long where it's difficult to hold it for the same length and to hold it out for the same length. So it's best that you reduce the count of the inhale so it's more comfortable when you hold it in and hold it out. So be aware of that now, and you're going to breathe in, whatever that count is, say it's 6, you hold for 6. Awareness of Jalandhar. You breathe out for 6, and then you hold out for 6. So that's just an example. It could be 4. It doesn't have to be, you don't always have to do more. Don't always think, oh, because you did 6 last time, you should be doing 8 this time, or 10. It's best to keep it smooth and steady, because that's how you're going to benefit from it. And we also remember what's happening here is we're calming our nervous system. We don't want to put it under pressure. We want it calm with a steady breath. So if you continue to do as many rounds as you like, not too many, maybe 4, maybe 6. With the awareness of the 3 bandhas, Mula Bandh at the base, Jalandhar Bandh at the throat, Uddiyana Bandh just by drawing the navel to the spine. When you've completed your last round, when you sit, notice how good it feels to be in stillness. And spaciousness. What is our true form? Our body is a vehicle, just like our car, that is not who we are. What is our true form? Continue to go deeper and deeper within, not trying, but naturally dropping deeper into the space and the stillness. Feel as though something is holding you. My teacher described it as being a coat hanger and putting something like a shirt on the coat hanger, and you let yourself just hang there, but you remain there being held. Your spine remains upright, your head is relaxed. So you can remain here as long as you want to. Stay as long as you like. You lay down when you're ready and get comfortable and warm, or remain sitting. Enjoy sitting in this deep stillness. So the mind will continue to narrate. That's what it loves to do. It's narrating everything. It might even be narrating, the stillness. It's saying, yes, I'm sitting in stillness. Yes, there's spaciousness. It continues to narrate, so cut it off because there's no need for it. And this is part of our meditation, part of our going deeper as we recognize that narrating mind with all its stories, all these stories which are old, same old stories. It could fill many, many libraries, books full of stories. And now we're going into deep peace. We know all those stories. We've been over them so many times. Now let go and enjoy the story of stillness, deep peace, and spaciousness, silence. And now you're experiencing your true form, your true nature. Ramana reminds us that as we confront the mind, as we ask, well, who is narrating, the mind then goes to look. It chases itself, and maybe just for a short moment you can experience again deep peace. So to always take this time when you have the opportunity to experience who you are, what you are, your magnificence.